Hello and welcome to the Practical Animal channel with me, John Beaumont. Tonight's video is covering the dog sector. I interview Mark Aaron. Mark has two businesses. One is a dog walking business. The other, a dog grooming business. So if you've ever wondered what it takes to work with dogs, then Mark will provide insight on his interview tonight. And then tomorrow we have the big interview. I speak with husband and wife team, Professor John E. and Mrs. Margaret E. Cooper. Together, they are specialists in wildlife forensic medicine, veterinary pathology, and animal law. They've lectured widely across different universities around the world, including the University of the West Indies, the University of Cambridge in the UK, and the University of Florida in the USA. John has worked on the Mauritius kestrel, and they have written a book on the mountain gorillas of Rwanda. Together they have authored or co-authored or edited books or chapters of books and countless technical papers on their areas of speciality. For John, that is veterinary pathology, and for Margaret, animal law. I speak to them tomorrow night, so that's an interview not to be missed. Until then, may your ewes give birth to twin lambs. May your tarantulas have successful molts. And may all your problems have hooked beaks. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to the Practical Animal channel with me, John Beaumont. This channel is for you if you want to know what it takes to work with animals, be they domestic or wild, then in nature or in captivity. What we do is every week we speak to an animal industry professional who works with animals, and we ask them a variety of questions to elicit their insights into just what it takes to do what they do. My guest today is Mark Aaron. Mark owns two companies. One is a dog walking business called Woofs and Wellies, and the other one is a dog grooming parlour. And he's here today to talk to us about the dog business. So we're going to get his insights today. Mark Aaron, welcome to the Practical Animal channel.
Thanks, John. Thank you. Good to be here.
Mark, please can you tell us what kind of jobs or sectors are there available working with dogs? You work in two of those sectors, dog walking and a dog grooming parlour. What others are there? I'm thinking of dog handler. What else might there be?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a broad range of different jobs out there when it comes to handling and dealing with dogs. One is obviously two that I do. There's a dog grooming and the dog walking business. But there's also the charity sector where you can work with rescue centres. That's a really good place to start out, I would say, if you're thinking about going to work with dogs or cats or other animals in rescue centres, where you can volunteer to go walk and handle the dogs and spend time there. And you can build a really good knowledge base of different dogs and their kind of different attributes that they have and different kind of behaviours and things like that. But yeah, again, the zoos. There's many different sectors out there to go and work in.
That's great. like I said in the introduction, you own two businesses, a dog walking business and a dog grooming parlour. Please, can you describe your career to us? How did you get to where you are today, please?
Yeah, it's a funny one because my career didn't naturally lead to that. I know, I worked in the airline industry for 12 years as a manager for British Airways, and then moved across to the corporate world, and then I kind of got an interest in animals when I got my own animals, and as I said, went into the charity sector. So I started on my spare time working for a local dog rescue called Limby Dog Rehoming, where on weekends I go down and spend time with the dogs and walk with them, and I do lots of fundraising for them. And that kind of inspired me to work with animals, and I got a real keen interest in it. And obviously lockdown happened. I was put on furlough from a business I was working in, and that's when I felt it was the right time for me to do something on my own, and I started my dog walking business, and I did that through lockdown whilst I was on furlough, and built that up, and then I kind of came to realise that yes, I enjoyed doing the dog walking side of it, but it wasn't going to supply me with a living full time. So I had to add something onto that, and that was the dog grooming part, where I started the company called Wuss and Washers, which is a mobile dog grooming business. So there's a bit of a niche in the market, I felt, for me to be able to go to them rather than them come to me. Everything's done inside the van, and that has taken off so well. It's extremely busy and doing really well. So yeah, I'm pleased I made the move, and I'm hoping for it to continue to grow.
Yes, sorry, I said you had a dog grooming parlour, and it's actually a mobile van, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. So it's mobile van. It's got everything in it, from the bath to the dryers, the tables to do the work on. Everything is done inside, and all you do is pull up outside somebody's house. You need an electric point just to plug into, and you just plug the socket plug the plug into their socket, and you're off, and everything's inside. And people seem to love it because they can get on with what they need to do. We don't have to worry about driving down to drop off their dogs at the parlour. It's less stressful for the dog, and yeah, it's win-win really. It's very good.
That's intriguing. What personal skills and personal qualities, Mark, would you say that a person in your position needs to work with dogs?
I think you need to love animals to start with. That's the main skill, and also there's obviously the customer service side of things. You're dealing with people's pride and joy, and people's they're part of their family, and you need to realise that and be able to take care of them. So yeah, you need a lot of patience. You need to have great customer service skills, I feel, and care very much so about animals.
And how would you describe the dog walking stroke mobile dog grooming sector today?
It's growing massively, I think, at the moment due to what's happened in lockdown. A lot of people have got dogs while they've been locked down, whether it be for their lonely, maybe for company, or they've got them while they've been in lockdown and working from home and felt that now was the right time. But as lockdown lifts and things go back to normal, people need the dogs walking when they if they go back to work. So that sector on the dog walking sector is very much growing. And the dog grooming as well. I mean, some of the most popular dogs are things like cockpoos, which need constantly be groomed like every 6 weeks. So that side of things as well is growing. So it's very much a growing industry.
How do you see it progressing over the next, say, 10, 20 years?
Well, that's a difficult question, but I think I can only see it continuing to grow, and that would be my intention for my company, is to grow it even further. Invest in more vans, invest in more vehicles, and spread the area where I work. So 10, 20 years, I don't know exactly, but all I can see is growth really.
That's great. And what would you say is your most treasured possession in your dog?
My best treasured possession, my 3 dogs that I have. And my partner's probably looking at me now saying, no, it's not supposed to be me. But no, probably my 3 dogs, I would say, yeah, definitely. I've got a golden retriever and 2 labs. So
That's great. Mark, is there anything you'd like to add?
no, just I think follow what you want to do. It's what I did, and the pet industry, the animal industry is a great industry to come into, and there's lots of opportunities out there, whether that be in the charity sector, grooming. There's loads of different sectors, farming, different areas that you can get into. So, yeah, absolutely. If you've got that passion for it, then go for it.
Do you take on volunteers?
I aren't at the moment, no, but that is a possibility that I could do, yes, at some point.
Okay. Mark Aaron of Wolfs and Wellies, thank you very much indeed for being on the Practical Animal Channel.
My pleasure, John. Thank you very much for having me.